What I do is awesome, and trapping alligators, it definitely has its risks. My name is Gabby. I'm a volunteer at Everglades Holiday Park, and I also catch alligators for Gator Boys Alligator Rescue. I piggyback ride. Since I was like 15, I've always loved reptiles. And obviously we don't have alligators in New York, so when I moved here, I fell in love with them. Hi, Swampy. This is the love of my life. This is Swamp Thing. Hey, don't leave me.
Please welcome Gabby Scampone. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Of course.
That is crazy stuff, man.
How did you get into this world?
I've been volunteering with animals, specifically reptiles, since I was 15 years old. And as I got bigger, the reptiles got bigger. So yeah.
And you kissed that alligator on the mouth. Were you hoping it turns into a prince?
He's already my prince.
Is he your prince, really?
Scales or scutes, yeah.
So you're like almost like dogs in a sense. You're like affectionate with them.
Yeah, I mean, they're very tolerant. A lot of the alligators I work with, a lot of people think that they're brainless monsters, but they're not. They all have different personalities. A lot of the gators I work with, I can kiss, I can touch.
Yeah.
Disclaimer, don't kiss gators
yeah,
at home.
I know. Don't kiss alligators at home. They're not my friends. I'm very aware of that. They will bite if you make a mistake, so it's all about reading the situation and the body language and just, you know, taking precautions.
What are you looking for when you're reading a situation like that? Because that alligator was on your head just now. When you're feeling like I might be in danger, what do they do?
I won't do it unless I feel like it's safe, and it's just something that comes over time with experience.
Do you feel like they kind of read your body language too? Kind of like horses. If you ride horses, you know, if you're tense, the horse feels that energy.
I feel like depending on the alligator, if you hesitate, they may take advantage of it.
Right.
So, definitely.
And you care for these alligators. A lot of people get the misconception that you're like one of these alligator wrestlers, but you're caring for these. You're saving them.
I am. Yeah, we are saving them. So what I do is I rescue nuisance alligators. So basically, they have been deemed dangerous by the state, and usually a trapper is going to go out and kill that alligator. Unfortunately, by law, you can't relocate them. You either have to kill them or keep them in captivity. I'm one of the very few trappers that does not kill the alligator. So my boss and I, we go out and we rescue these nuisance alligators and take them to a sanctuary.
And you kiss them.
I do, yeah.
These are the ones that people are like concerned about. So you're building trust with these alligators.
Yes, it's just a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of gentle handling, and a lot of trust building.
Where did your love for gators come from?
So my parents would never let me have a cat or a dog. So in 8th grade, I somehow...
I want an
Let
alligator.
your kids have a cat or dog, people.
In 8th grade, I somehow convinced them to let me get a pair of bearded dragons, which are lizards, and then the obsession just started from there.
So they said no to cat and dog. They said yes to bearded dragons.
I mean, they
Oh, how precious.
Yeah, that's Adam and Eve, my first babies. Yep.
And you once left a date for an alligator or something?
Yes, that feels like so long ago. Yeah, he didn't want to come with me, so whatever.
What was it? Was the alligator in trouble?
Yeah, we got a call that the alligator was on land. We needed to go now. My boss couldn't get there, so I had to leave.
That had to be a really fun story for that guy to tell the next day at his work.
I'm sure.
How was your date? Great, you left me for an alligator.
Have you ever, with all of your encounters with gators, have you ever been hurt or injured?
So a lot of people think that you only have to worry about the teeth. I've never been bitten, luckily, but
the tail?
The tail, the scutes.
The claws, right?
Claws,
Yeah.
they are just powerhouses.
What's a scute? What is that?
They're called osteoderms, so it's
Whoa.
solid.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow.
They have solid bone. Each of the little bumps on their back is a solid bone. That's armor for them.
Oh, it is?
It's literally solid bone, so it's armor.
Wow.
And when you jump on them, it can hurt.
Yeah.
Or exfoliate. So either one, it's
Exactly.
perfect. You bathe the alligators too, right?
I scrub them, yeah. So I do that. That's a captive thing. I do it to get the algae off their backs. I know, that video went viral. It had like 20
like a little
million
massage.
views. Yeah, it was crazy.
Look at how happy he is.
It's funny watching you do this, because if I saw an alligator, I'd be terrified. But they do have that essence of like, aw, like, oh, you know, it's kind of sweet. You
Yeah,
know?
they're cute. I mean, they're also an apex predator, which you have to keep in mind,
Right,
but they are cute.
What's the largest alligator that you've rescued?
The largest one I rescued was about 9.5 feet, and that was with my boss. It took about 2 hours for us to get him from the water onto land. So that was, that was actually one of the first catches that I went on. Yeah.
And do you sedate them? How does it work?
No, so they just tire themselves out. Like I said, they're fighting, they're afraid, so they just fight, and then you pull them up, and by the time you get them up, usually they're just pretty tired. Wow. And then that gives us a chance to transport them safely without them beating themselves up, bring them to the sanctuary, and let them go live there.
Definitely. Yeah. Do you have a favorite alligator
Yes. Yeah, so my favorite alligator, his name is Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing.
Is he the one in the video?
I like it.
Yeah, that's Swamp Thing. Yep.
Yes.
He is literally a swamp thing. So he's a little bit of a hot mess.
A cuddle bug.
Half of his tail is missing. He has a permanently broken back leg. He has a cataract in one eye, blind in the other eye.
Like my grandmother.
Yeah.
Sorry, Grandma.
That's the love of my life. So.
This is so sweet. For his he's perfect for his imperfections.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Perfectly flawed.
Thank you, Gabby, very
Yeah,
much.
thank you so much.
Really cool.
I love this.